Hey, it's Tim here, coach of men who want more, and today I want to talk to you about and give you some big ideas around how to handle adversity. Now, this message goes out to my brothers out there, and I know if you're like me, you've had to handle some adversity in your life. Have you had some adversity in and around your health? Me too. What about adversity with finances? Me too. Adversity with relationship breakdowns? Me too. Adversity in your business, in your career, in your job? Me too. Adversity just within yourself and how you feel as a man? Me too. I've had all that adversity throughout my life, and at times I still move through that. And I want to give you something today that is really going to serve you. If you actually put this into action, this big idea I'm going to talk to you about, how you handle adversity will completely start to shift and transform. And that is intention. Intention. When you can tackle your adversity with intention ahead of time and not just get caught in the adversity, then your life goes to a whole new level because you become more emotionally intelligent, you become more intellectually intelligent, and you deal with adversity a lot better. What do I mean by this? So instead of being so reactive, instead of letting adversity come into our lives and then just dealing with it on the spot to the best way we know how, yes, we're always going to do that. That's going to happen. Life is uncertain. We're going to have to deal with adversity in the moment. But if what we can do is if we can look ahead a little bit, not stay future orientated, but look ahead and then come back to the now and be proactive by setting intention, that's how you can overcome your adversity so much calmer, so much easier, so much more smoothly. And this is what I've learned over the years is, okay, let's look at some adversity in life. Maybe your wife comes to you and she's not happy and she wants to have some space. How do you want to deal with that situation? Maybe you can project and think about, well, what would happen if finances got really tight? How would I want to deal with that situation, that adversity? What would happen in the business if it stopped generating the money that it currently is? How would I deal with that adversity? Or if a family member or yourself is struck down by some illness or some health concerns, how do you want to deal with that? Or maybe it's more about how do you deal with your own self-doubt, your own worries, your own overwhelm, whatever's happening within you as a man. Because if we can be proactive instead of reactive, we can make better decisions. So my big idea that I want you to take away, which helps you deal with adversity, is intention. Intention around who you want to be. Who do you want to be in those adverse situations? Who do you want to show up as? Do you want to let your fear overrun you? You overthink it, you get overwhelmed, you procrastinate, you worry, you're in self-doubt, you judge, you get frustrated, you get annoyed, you get pissed off? Or do you want to be proactive and go, hey, there is going to be some challenge in my life and some adversity. I know you've been through a lot. You're going to go through a lot more shit in your life. How do you want to show up? How do you want to show up if the business deal doesn't happen? How do you want to show up if the promotion doesn't happen? How do you want to show up when your kids aren't behaving the way that you want? How do you want to show up to be if you're not showing up as the husband or the partner that you want to be? And set some intention. Intention helps you deal with the adversity because all of a sudden the unknown becomes the known. We can mentally rehearse how we want to show up, not only who you want to be, but how you want to act ahead of time, which allows us to make better decisions and deal with adversity better and better and better. Are you getting me on this one? You're understanding that this big idea around being proactive as opposed to reactive to all the adversity that comes into our lives is an absolute fucking game changer. I use it time and time again. Now, does that mean that adversity still pops up into your life and you have no idea? Absolutely. But like the other week, I had to rush my mum to the hospital because she had a health concern. Now, that was adversity that happened in the moment that I didn't predict. But we can use the power of intention to predict what may occur, but then not stay there. Look at what adversity may be coming into our lives in what's most important to us. We look at that, we be proactive. Who do I want to show up as in those situations? So if they do arise, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to deal with it like a champion. But then, not stay there and focus on the adversity and what might come, because it's a hypothetical at this point in time, but then shift our focus onto what we want, who we want to be day to day, what we want in our life, what we stand for, better questions. So if you can take this idea of being proactive as opposed to just reactive all the time, and do you learn in reaction? Of course you do. You learn how you show up in certain adverse situations through reaction, but you can also use the power of intention and be proactive ahead of time. You got to move house. How do you want to show up when you want to move house? You want to approach the girl. How do you want to show up approaching the girl? You want to make more money. How are you going to show up to be serve your audience and increase sales? You want to show up. You want to better health, better body. How do you want to show up when you walk into the gym or when you go out into your runs? So my big idea around how you can move through adversity better and better, overcome it, and deal with it like a strong, courageous man is proaction. Be proactive. Set intention ahead of the time, and then do your best to show up. If that adverse situation arises, you've already got a conscious way, a conscious roadmap on how you want to show up. It's a game changer. Marites, thanks for jumping on. Zoe, also Kathy, Laura, thanks guys for your support. I deeply appreciate it. I don't say this lightly. I appreciate you being here live with me, spreading the message. Hey Nat, thank you for jumping on also. And Ron, appreciate it guys. It means the world to me that you're here listening and hopefully going to implement what I'm talking about today, how to move through adversity ahead of time, how you want to show up and the actions you want to take. That will put you in great stead to move through that adversity courageously, better and better, to learn from it, to make great decisions and to be a better person and a better man. So, Cool Deep, thanks for jumping on. Guys, if you're watching the replay, also much gratitude to you. Please comment, share, like, engage. I'm very grateful and fortunate I get to do this and coach men and others to step up in their life, and I have you to thank for that. So wherever you're watching from, thank you so much again. Reach out to me if you've got a concern or challenge, or you just want a different perspective or guidance on something that's happening in your life. I'm here to help. So that's it from me. Have a wonderful day, and it's your time to step in your strength and to be the best man you can be.